Welcome back, everyone. If you're just rejoining us after lunch or joining from a different time zone, this is the Zero Waste Feature Marathon 2026, and you're right on time. My name is Sonia Cedillo, Gaia Global Climate Comms Officer based in the Philippines, and I will be co hosting this segment today with.
Hello, Sonia. Hello, everyone. This is Moon, Gaia Policy Researcher, joining you from Seoul, South Korea. This next segment is all about movement building and coming together for a shared commitment. We are meeting some of the sister networks that strengthen the zero waste movement across regions and teams.
Thanks, Dune. Joining us first is Marit Kabugon, the voice behind a weekly opinion column for the Manila Times. Marit came all the way from Denmark to the Philippines back in the 90s, has worked in news and radio, and has a long history of championing environmental and rural development initiatives. Marit represents the Zero Waste Journalist Network. This group has been doing important work to improve media coverage on zero waste and increase public engagement in the issue with focus on developing countries, especially in critically affected regions. And we're really glad that you're taking the time to share this story with us today. We're excited to hear this story. Welcome, Marit.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's kind of intimidating to be here with you today and to be asked the questions rather than being the one asking the questions. But I'm very delighted to be able to share what this Zero Waste Journalist Network is all about. Um, Basically, we're a group of journalists from the Asia Pacific region. We started way back in November 2022. Uh, by the way, we are from 12 different countries, and I'm not including my native country of Denmark in this, but 12 different countries in the region, in the Asia Pacific region. So we had our first meeting organized by Gaia Asia Pacific in November of 2022. We were all we had all been participants in different webinars and fellowships, briefings of Gaia Asia Pacific, and your organization decided, hey, why don't we organize this into something instead of just letting everybody go back and continue whatever they were doing before they got involved with zero waste advocacies. So we used to have a monthly meeting for about 2 years. Every month we would have an online meeting, but last year we were not able to keep up having these monthly meetings. Um, Everybody is busy. There we have members who are beat reporters. They cover specific beats or institutions, so they're not always free to have a meeting. They're not always available to feature zero waste issues or any other related issues. We had members who left journalism and joined other organizations. So we are not very active at this point as a group, but individually we are still pursuing zero waste. We are pursuing uh, good governance and any other topics that are actually related to zero waste, because it's not just about the waste. There are all the different aspects of how we achieve zero waste. Um,
Thank you so much, Marit. It's always a pleasure reconnecting with the Zero Waste Journalist Network. And I look forward to hearing more from you this year and maybe meeting up with you in our monthly calls. But before that, please tell us why the Zero Waste Journalist Network matters to the bigger Zero Waste movement.
yes, how we are relevant to the zero waste movement, how we are relevant to all you who are working on the ground. Um, we amplify what you're doing. We amplify your voices. We reach many more people that you can do with your work, because while you are the ones doing the work on the ground, usually only your community would be aware what you're doing. But we are telling other communities, other countries about what is being done on the ground. And this is very important because there are still so many non-believers, people who don't believe that this can actually be done. And we know, of course, it's it's not easy to really achieve zero waste, but we need to share the stories. We need to share uh, the good news from communities that have done so much in reaching that goal of zero waste. So that's how we are relevant to the zero waste movement.
That's awesome. I'm actually a big fan of your work, and my days light up whenever I see your coverage because you often write about zero waste and incineration
Yes,
issues.
thank you.
And this is exactly why we need to work together. And I see the role of amplifying voices, which is really
Yes,
needed.
yes.
Are there any highlights or wins that you wanna share with us that you're proud of? Any wins from the Journalist Network?
Yes, I would like to share that while we as a group, and we are not so active at this point, but it doesn't mean that we are not doing anything. We have a member from Bangladesh who created an online publication called the Climate Observer, and he's inviting all of us, the members, and I think even maybe new members or other journalists out there who are tuned in here this afternoon to write stories about zero waste and climate change and other environmental stories for his site. So that's called the Climate Observer. And then I recall we have this member from Pakistan who is very passionate about zero waste, attending the briefings and webinars of Gaia Asia Pacific really got him very involved, not just in reporting what was going on, but really educating, making an effort to educate the public about the importance of zero waste and the dangers of just embracing waste to energy incineration as a way to cope with our growing mountains of garbage. And so he made some really very lively videos that he shared with the rest of us. So those are just some of the achievements of our members, but we are all, I wish maybe we could ask Gaia Asia Pacific to help us really compile a list of all the output of the members for these past 3 years.
Thank you so much, Marit. Again, for those tuning to us live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, you can post your questions so we can ask it directly from Marit. So, Marit, for 2026, what's in store for the network? And I'm sure our viewers, listeners, the journalists around there are interested to hear how they can join the network and if there are activities that you're participating in or have participated in for the Zero Waste Month.
Well, we don't really have any plans for this time at this time. However, as you mentioned, we will keep on putting out our stories in different media. Some of us are with print media, others are with purely online media, others are into broadcasting. We have freelancers, we have regular reporters. I myself, I'm an opinion columnist, so I have more freedom to choose what I want to write about and how I write it. Um, so we definitely would like to. We need more people, more journalists who will write about zero waste and talk about zero waste because again, and I think I was not able to mention, but really the purpose, people might ask, why bother to have this zero waste journalist network? There are already so many groups of journalists who are writing about the environment. So why this zero waste journalists network? Well, again, because zero waste is not getting enough attention, we really need to dig deeper and learn more about zero waste and convey this to the public so that we can help the public understand and appreciate what this zero waste is about. So we really need more journalists to join us on this crusade because it's not just about writing about it or talking about it. We also need to embrace it ourselves. No, we are not only journalists. We are also advocates, and some even become activists. We have to walk the talk.
Thank you so much, Marit. We'll look forward to seeing the stories that you will be putting out and also seeing the growth of the network. And Sonia, I know working with the Zero Waste Journalist Network is right up your alley, and you and Marit can spend all day talking about the amazing things the network can do. But we
It's
have
true.
other speakers here. So next up in our sister network spotlight, we're heading to the Zero Waste Cities Network. Joining us with Kate Nolasco, an elected barangay councillor and the powerhouse behind the Potrero Waste Warriors, an 80-strong team keeping her community zero waste since 2014. Kate represents the Zero Waste Cities Network in the Philippines, bringing inspiring insights into how communities can lead the way in environmental action. Zero Waste Cities Network aims to unite local government officials and zero waste advocates in a collaborative effort to advance sustainable waste management nationwide. Welcome, Kate.
Hi, hi Sonia. Hi Don. It's really such an honor to be invited here. Thank you so much, Gaia.
Hello, Kate. It's nice to reconnect with you again. So please tell us more about the Zero Waste Cities Network and how the network contributes to the bigger zero waste movement.
Okay, so it's the presentation gonna show, or maybe not. Okay, so to give a brief background on the Philippines, so since 2000, we have a law here in the Philippines called the RA 9003, or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. So even though it's 26 years already, unfortunately, a lot of LGUs are still not able to implement the law in their own localities. Okay, so next. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot of just barangays alone. We already have 42,000. Next. And then with our population, we have 110 million people. Next. Yeah, in 2000 there was a tragedy that happened, the Payatas tragedy, where a lot of waste workers died when the landfill here in Quezon City exploded. And so because of that, the law RA 9003 was passed. Next. And so this law mandates all barangays and cities to separate the waste, and also burning of waste is strictly prohibited. Next. Oh yeah. So before that, yeah. So as I've said, no, unfortunately, a lot of LGUs are still not able to implement, and so we just want to show that there are already cities that are implementing this law. So next. Yeah, and aside from that, as Sir Froilan Grater from Gaia would say, in every barangay there would be one or more basketball courts, and MRFs are really not a lot. So it's kind of a sad reality for all of us. Next. But we want to show that we are already growing. There are already 50 cities, municipalities, and provinces, and already 100 plus barangays that are implementing the law or implementing zero waste. Next. Yeah, okay. So, who is the Zero Waste Cities Network Philippines? So, we are a coalition of local government officials, either elected, career, and appointed officials from the province to city, municipality, and barangay level. And we are actively implementing zero waste in our communities. So, our members are actually putting practical solutions on the ground, which is like segregation of waste, composting, recycling, plastic bans, and effectively reducing waste being sent to the landfills. Next. Okay, so our chairman is the former vice governor of Zero Waste Island of Siquijor, and our president is the former vice mayor of a Zero Waste City, San Fernando, Pampanga. So both of these communities have implemented single-use plastic bans, which is already a big deal because a lot of people are still saying that it's hard and impossible. Okay, next. I just want to show you some of our officers. So here they are. Next. Okay. All right. So that's the introduction for the Zero Waste Cities Network.
Thank you, Kate. I thought there was more in the presentation.
Okay, so I can just continue. Okay. So the relevance to the zero waste movement. So our objective is to mainstream zero waste practices as the optimal solution to waste management problems, such as reducing methane emissions and addressing the plastic pollution crisis. And of course, especially to support the Philippine zero waste strategy to achieve Zero Waste Philippines by 2030. So we don't really have a lot of years left until 2030, right? But we built the network so it is also a space to learn, share experiences, and support each other. So cities and barangays don't have to figure everything out on their own. And basically, we just help cities plan, learn, and fund and work together to reduce waste and create better and cleaner communities. And also, just like Marriott and the Zero Waste Journalist Network, we just want to show that zero waste is really possible. Yeah. And so our highlights, so for each of us, a lot of other cities and barangays in the Philippines, and even government officials from other countries would go to us to do benchmarking. And our officers have helped raise the profile of zero waste efforts, giving cities visibility at national and even international forums. So we have shared our efforts in other countries like India, Egypt, and Brussels. And importantly, it also supports waste workers, recognizing them as key partners in managing waste safely and effectively. All right. And so our plans this year, um, so we wanted to strengthen our peer learning more. So we want to grow our network and so that more cities and barangays would also implement RA 9003. So that would mean more exchanges, study tours, and sharing of practical zero waste solutions between cities. And most especially policy engagement. So working together to push for full implementation of RA 9003, landfill safety, especially that the Payatas tragedy happened again this year. If you've heard of the Cebu landfill where a lot of waste workers died, and also the passing of supporting the passing of the Magna Carta of waste workers. Yep. So our goal is to make zero waste visible, achievable, and supported, so that local governments can confidently implement solutions while community sees real results.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kate. It's really heartwarming to hear your stories. And I wish every country had a zero waste cities network like this um, in my
So
dream world. And before we let you go, could you tell us how people can join the Zero Waste Cities Network and who can join this? And if you have any activities for the Zero Waste Month, the International Zero Waste Month that we are having now.
okay, so to join the network, so again, we are open for all elected, appointed, and career officials who are interested in implementing the RA 9003 in their own localities. So if you are ever interested, just reach out to me or Gaia. So we can walk you through with the process. And also, right now we are in the process of meeting again because it's so hard, because the network is a national network and Philippines is so large and it's kind of hard for us to meet. So hopefully by this month we will be able to meet and have a thorough plan on growing the network.
Thank you so much, Kate, and more power to you and to your network.
Thank you
Up
so much.
next, up next in our sister network spotlight, we have someone. Okay, okay, so we have someone who is turning lessons into action. Please welcome Nilu Shri Junantari, a seasoned teacher with over 10 years of connecting learning to solving real world problems. She's currently managing Plastic Detox, supporting businesses and youth in reducing single use plastics, and the Chief Operating Officer at Taksu Reuse, a reusable tableware rental service. She also contributes as a citizen journalist for balebengong.id covering environmental and Balinese cultural issues. Shri is also a proud grantee. We're getting a lot of round of applause for you, Shri. She's also a proud grantee of the Zero Waste Academy seed funding. For those who don't know that, the Zero Waste Academy is an educational program initiated by the Mother Earth Foundation in the Philippines in collaboration with Gaia, aimed at building the knowledge, skills, and solidarity needed to create a zero waste future. We're excited to hear how she's putting all the learning into action. Welcome, Shri.
Hello everyone, good afternoon from Bali. Nice to meet you all. I'm Sri from Plastic Detox Bali. So Plastic Detox basically is since 2012 has been trusted by small business as a partner on their journey toward using less plastic. For this purpose, Plastic Detox provide inspiration, technical guidance, and training that are adapted to the specific needs and setup of participating business. And also in 2018, Plastic Detox has empowered young adults to becoming future leader with strong environmental awareness. We provide training programs, discussion, fun and interactive activities, all which are consistently designed to minimize waste and enable participants to practice reuse in real settings. In 2018, we launched Taksu Reuse, a social enterprise that supports social event in preventing waste. We provide reusable utensils, including cups, forks, and plates, through a leasing system and deposit refund scheme. Back in 2023, I took the course Zero Waste Academy Implementation Track on Zero Waste Academy. On that course, I learned how important zero waste is to prevent waste. That on that academy, I also meet some new friends, and we can share our experience and of course learn from the others. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Sri. Yeah, making friends can make our fight more fun and
Yeah.
sustainable. Please tell us more about the Zero Waste Academy alumni.
Mhm. Okay, on Zero Waste Academy alumni, we'll learn. I think we have a module of on that academy. We learn about. This is what I really keep until now. Zero waste isn't just a goal, but it's also an action. I really like the slogan, maybe the tagline, because that something that turn my mind that we need to think to action now towards zero waste. Not only the goal, but also the action. We meet some friends from Asia Pacific, so I joined the global cohort on that event, that course, and until now we still connected. Sometimes we meet on that event and we share what something new from our experience, what we implement from the course and something like that.
Thank you so much, Shri. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Zero waste is not just a goal; it's an action, but it could also be a place where we meet friends that we will keep for the rest of our lives. I'm also a proud graduate of the Zero Waste Academy in 2019 in Bandung. So, how is the Zero Waste Academy alumni contributing to the zero waste movement?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
How is the Academy alumni contributing to the bigger zero waste movement?
Okay, after join the Zero Waste Academy, I meet Han. Basically, after that in reuse tour. After that, reuse tour for Gaya also, and also after that, basically plastic detox help people and small business. We in apa we educate the cafe, restaurant, refill store, groceries to apply zero waste concept in their routine at event or in their workplace. And also after I joined the course, I have some apa ya, some mind that we also need to put on our mind about greenwashing, about how we can prevent the gray solution and something like that. And now we want to share that information to more participants in Bali because the topic is not familiar at all. Something like that.
Thank you, Sri. I think a lot of communities and people can resonate with what you just shared. When you gather together, the impact gets better, you learn more. And the question is, what do we expect from the Zero Waste Academy alumni this year? And how can people join and be part of the academy?
Okay, I think if we just do the action alone, we feel alone and why this is need. So if you want, do you want to take an action? Do you want to meet some new people with this journey? Join the Zero Waste Academy. Want to know how implement the Zero Waste Academy on your community? Please join the Zero Waste Academy this year. Maybe you can share when it's open for the public after this. I think if you want to learn with some new friends, with the have fun place, the safety place, the Zero Waste Academy is your place.
Thank you so much, Shri. So for those interested in the Academy, you can visit academy.zerowaste.asia. And before I move to the next question, we have a message from Zamil Kawana. She's tuning in from South Africa. She said, let's make it official. Tandizam Wastewise Connect, ex-BCM municipality, proudly launching the Circular Economy School campaign, empowering BCM schools to reduce, reuse, recycle, and thrive. Get ready for workshops, competitions, and prizes. Let's build a circular economy for a greener future. How's that? Your input will be highly appreciated. And can we partner as a supporter on your campaign 26? I'm happy to hear from you from South Africa. So we'll connect with you, Zamil. Okay, so back to Shri. Is the Zero Waste Academy alumni in any of the Zero Waste Month activities for this year, or are you planning something for next year?
Sorry?
Is the Zero Waste Academy alumni in any of the Zero Waste Month activities this year, or are you planning any activities in the coming months?
Basically, in Indonesia, some of Zero Waste Academy alumni still connect in Aguni, Indonesian Reuse Association, and also in Bali, I have the alumni also. Maybe we will celebrate, we'll do something this year, hopefully. And also, I continue to celebrating the Zero Waste Month because I want to share that it's okay. We are imperfect environmentalists, but let's make every day Zero Waste Day. We may know Austin Kleon wrote the book "Titles Show Your Works," and we can show our action towards to zero waste in this Zero Waste Month and also in the next year, of course. And if you were looking for the people to walk the journey with and don't know where to start, you can learn together at Zero Waste Academy. And if you are in Bali, you can be part of Plastic Detox.
Thank you so much, Sri. I love this network of mentorship. I'm learning so much today. Thank you. And now for the final spotlight in our sister network segment, let me introduce Hanbu, one of the driving forces behind the Asia Reuse Consortium, known as ARC, and also the Vietnam Reuse Hub. As director of the Green Youth Collective for Organics Management, Refillables Dong Day for Reuse Refill, and Read Regenerative for Decentralized Waste Management in the hospitality sector and tourism destinations. Han has recently started the new project, Hoi An Community Zero Waste Center, and co-founded Vietnam Reuse Hub. For those who don't know, Asia Reuse Consortium is a collaborative network of CSOs, businesses, and government officials dedicated to promoting reuse as a sustainable alternative to waste. We are thrilled to have Han here to share how ARC and the newly launched Vietnam Reuse Hub are driving changes across the region. Welcome, Han.
Thank you, everyone. Very pleased to be here today, and also to see all other my colleagues from all other organizations and networks.
Hello, Han. Welcome here. So, can you tell us more about the Asia Reuse Consortium and also the Vietnam Reuse Hub?
Thank you. So I was there when the Asia Reuse Consortium was found. You can move to the next slide to see that we were found in Jakarta on 11 January 2024. And it is made of from the whole, reuse tour and the first reuse conference involving not only Asian members of Gaia and Breaking Free from Plastic Network, but also, the international experts, especially from PR3, the leading organization in reuse standards. So we are the first cross-sectoral platform represent civil society organizations, enterprise, and local governments in partnership in facilitate the learning and collaboration across several sectors. And we advocate for reuse solutions in the context of the single use, not only plastic, but the single use kind of production and consumption patterns and pollution across the Asia region. And our vision is a systemic transition towards a just and equitable reuse system solution in Asia cities and communities. We aim to reduce plastic waste, supporting waste workers, and advancing a circular economy. You can move to the next slide to see who are the joint conveners of the consortium. That we have our respectable colleague from Diet Plastic Indonesia, who actually help us to see there's a lot of things that community-based initiative and a project can do. They are non-profit from Indonesia, and they proceed a lot of meaningful research and initiatives that, including the reuse protocol for events. In Indonesia, which I actually learned a lot from and adopt it for Vietnam context. So besides Diet Plastic Indonesia, we also have Gaia and Breaking Free from Plastic as the key conveners of the consortium. And in the next slide, you will also see the members of the consortium. So we have more than 26 members. And one thing that I actually very, like about the network is that we don't only have, the representative from government or NGO, but especially talking about reuse and circular economy. The consortium involve a lot of the active partnership from the startups and social enterprise, whose role actually play a crucial role when we're talking about, a transition to a more circular economy, which is for this part, actually, we as a Vietnam Reuse Hub also find that is a big gap in Vietnam context to involve such sector, into reuse solution. So in the next slide, I love to also present to you the scope of work that our network comprising to do. So one first important thing is, to share the knowledge and the skills and the capacity across the members of the network. So we this is also aligned with what we aim for the Vietnam Reuse Hub. We want to mainstream the concept of reuse and refill, especially in the context of there is a very blur differentiation between reuse and recycling, and any of other four solutions, right? So to really emphasize that reuse is very much of a systemic change, and that would need to involve a lot of different actors in the society, in the economy. So we want to make sure that the capacity of the members are like built and have the mutual understanding of the concept and of the system. We also want to make sure that the work of the network can inform the policy decision makers in our countries, and so that we can align with policy making process to emphasize the reuse as a priority actions in the waste management and the hierarchy, right? The waste hierarchy, to make sure that reuse and in any design for the production or the consumption patterns, reuse is prioritized. Other activities that the network also trying to emphasize, including the strategic communications and public engagement, and most importantly is the innovation and implementation support, to make sure that especially during this first stage of the reuse movement across the region, we want to support the people who want to make it happen. Right. In the next slide, you can also see the recent achievement of us as a regional network. We successfully organized the study tours in Philippines, in India, and Indonesia. Including Vietnam, we also have meet the different milestones in terms of national reuse policy. Especially in Vietnam, we start with the tourism sector and hospitality sector as the one of the very much low-hanging kind of fruit in the reuse mainstreaming as a solution against the single-use plastic. Regionally, we also successfully, run the different advocacy program, successfully host the Asia Reuse Conference, and publish the Unpacking Reuse in Asia as the first publication covering the the highlights of the reuse practice across the region, and especially have the kind of format which is draw out from this best practice, making sure that reuse concept and the system, the idea of how reuse and the systemic change in the economy will be adopted by the readers. So in the next two slides, you will also see the lesson learned when we organize the different reuse tour across the different country members. Next, please. In India, Indonesia, Philippines, and Vietnam. So among the best lessons that we have learned since we found in 2024, we could create a multiple stakeholder platform where we can emphasize the collaboration. There's no single actor or there's no single sector can actually address the single-use plastic pollution alone or zero waste movement alone, but we all need to work together, right? So this our reuse work actually emphasize that very much. And our work could also make the gap, especially in terms of infrastructure gap, that require the investment not only in technical support, but also in financial support for reuse solution. at the community level, national, country level, and region level. So the key takeaway of the last 2 years work of the regional network is, to make visible the scaling reuse in Asia require clear policy, inclusive collaboration, robust infrastructure, and consumer-centered design. Especially on this point, I like to emphasize that in Vietnam, for Vietnam Reuse Hub, we also have the network of the business across different sectors, even including the durable good consumers, or the fast consumer goods, fast moving consumer goods, also join in the network of now learning how to redesign their business model into more circular. And definitely reuse is, put at the kind of a highest value need to be attained by the redesign process. So that is some of what we have been doing at the regional network. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Han. It's really exciting to hear about the highlights from the last 2 years. And just in 2 years, I really see that the network has been able to really highlight the leadership that Asia holds in the world of reuse. Thanks to the work that you do in ARC and also the Vietnam Reuse Hub. And the question from me is what we are planning for this year, particularly, and how people can join the network. And are there any events that you want to announce today or invites?
So at the Regional Asia Reuse Consortium, we are very much open the registering of the new members, and also, coming together to discuss how to support the work of the existing country allies and alliance in Indonesia, Philippines, and Vietnam, and India. Especially for Vietnam Reuse Hub, we want to have a meeting with the core members in Vietnam, including the Institute of the Policy and Strategy on Environment at the central government level, and also the National Plastic Action Partnership, besides with NGO like Pacific Environment and ourselves as a social enterprise and the startup, coming together and discuss a strategic plan for mainstreaming reuse in terms of raising awareness, and also draw in the emerging initiative that we can support and work alongside. For this year, we also would love to also emphasize that our work is pretty much, we want to respect the cultural aspect of the reuse and the zero waste movement, because Asia is known for our bio and cultural diversity, and definitely the zero waste solution, including reuse solution, can be as diversified, right? And so we want to encourage the members and also the communities across our country to come up with the ideas and solution first, to bring up the traditional reuse solutions that always live within our culture, living culture here in Vietnam, and then how we can actually adapt those tradition into the nowadays context, and especially engage the startup who actually their activeness should be involved in the new area like reuse solution, for the circular economy topics.
Thank you so much, Han. It's very inspiring listening to your presentations as well as all the other presentations. Before I ask for a closing words from our speakers, I just want to read some of the comments from our viewers. So we have someone from watching us from YouTube saying, thank you for sharing this important solution. It's me-EE3QUME. We also have someone from Farmers Advocacy NAF Papa calling all the way from Yagao, Iloilo, Philippines, and someone watching from the city of San Fernando, Pampanga, and someone from Senro, Navotas, Philippines. I'm also getting messages from my WhatsApp. Someone said here, let's make everyday zero waste day. I like that. It's a very great motto to live by. And I wish our organization could inspire Cebu City to embark on the zero waste journey. So is everyone back here? We're gonna ask you for your closing words. Maybe let's start again with Marit. Okay, Marit.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. It's been very inspiring to be here with you and listen to my co-presenters. And I would like to ask from, of course, Gaia and all other organizations that are involved in zero waste, please keep inviting us, the Zero Waste Journalists Network members, to your briefings and webinars, and share with us your reports and updates so that we can always add new information. We need new knowledge to make our stories and features more interesting. So please keep sending us invitations. We will very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Marit. Kate.
So I'd also like to thank Gaia for inviting me here, and it's so nice to be with you all, and especially hearing from the other speakers today. And from the Zero Waste Cities Network, for the other local government units here in the Philippines, I know a lot of them are hesitating or they don't know how to implement RA 9003. And I just want to let them know that the network is here. There are already local government officials that are implementing it, and we are really willing to help you all. Just connect with us or reach out to us, and we are here. And our barangays or our cities are open if you want to do a benchmarking or a study tour. And I've also want to say hi to Miss Gemma Doble. I saw that she's watching right now. She's the treasurer of our network. San Fernando, Pampanga is also a leading zero waste city here in the Philippines. So it's really great to see what they've been doing in San Fernando. And also, I'd like to thank Mother Earth Foundation for helping all of us achieve what we have achieved today. And I'm sure that the network will grow and a lot more cities, provinces, municipalities, and barangay will implement RA 9003, and we will all achieve zero waste. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kate. Shri.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining this season. I would like to repeat what I talked before. Zero waste isn't just a goal, it's also an action. So let's do the action today towards the zero waste movement. From the easier action, but do it consistently. Thank you.
Thanks, Shri. And Han.
Thank you. I would like to also emphasize what I already mentioned. Nowadays, when we want to address the ecological and environmental, challenge and solutions, it actually come a lot to the social system, and also, on the thing that when we nowadays when everything goes so fast, maybe it's very important to be able to slow down and then look back that and find out that the solutions are always with us. It's in the nature, how nature guides us on how to be zero waste, and how our cultural, our communities for a long time always praise reuse, and like live in the harmony with nature. So it's all possible because we all lived it before. So now it's time to slow down and then go back to that and amplify it and adapt it to the nowadays context. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Han. There's someone also watching us from MSU Maguindanao. So thank you so much to all our sisters network joining us here. You are our sisters from a different set of parents. Thank you so much, Dun, for those who are watching and looking for ways to join and be part of the Zero Waste movement. This is it.
Yes, the Zero Waste Journalist Network, Zero Waste Cities Network, Zero Waste Academy alumni, and Asia Reuse Consortium are some of the spaces where you can engage in and learn from each other's experience and take action together for zero waste.
Bye for now,
That's it
everyone.
for today.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
See you.
Students and staff members started thinking about thinking and taking care of how to take care of the waste materials, how we should reduce waste, produce less waste, and how we can use it and recycle it. These kind of ideas were generated through this workshop, and we now started segregating the waste through the direction given by the HECAP, and then these segregated materials were sold to the recycle people, and by now we have generated 20,000 NC already. Environment is just like saying prayer for us. So this is a very big educative value for us, and students, without cooperation of the student, this cannot be success. So students are doing, actually, 90% of the students are themselves are doing this through the Green Club.
Namgil Green Club is a club formed by students and advisors, and it was first established in 1997 by our late teacher Lobsang Chimbilla, and it is one wings of Namgil Higher Secondary School. As in our school, there are two clubs. organized by the advisor teachers, and we have got two groups. One is Namgil Green Club, which is an environmental group, and second we have got Namgil Student Council, which helps the interaction between students and teachers.
This stage students learn to respect to some extent. They learn to respect waste, and they make fun of us, like if they throw something that is recyclable and you are throwing money, something like that, because they know that now we are earning money from that waste. No.
The zero waste management was quite tough, was little bit difficult at the beginning, but now being more conscious and more awareness, being more regarding the waste, zero waste management in our school, it's quite easy because it not only helps in changing the behavior of an individual, it helps to keep the whole environment clean. The burning of 80% of wastages are reduced by segregating the waste.
Ima jiwa na jiwa kebar khandula na tanda jiwa na tool waste management le tool samla da kis yarya chaye dostura kisi kini ngoma imba ina kini ta dustbin kang dos kin le na dustbin lamsang pa shue do chi tanda tan kini dos kin le na jugu din samla da a shuli sa de da kini shimba shokbu din lu sa de da khala ki kini lu sa de da sama tu semba la tisjuwa amut
पोल्यूशन दुनिया का एक बहुत बड़ा मसला बन चुका है, लेकिन क्या हमने कभी सोचा कि हमारे रिवायती तरीके इसका हल हो सकते हैं? हमारी कम्युनिटीज में सदियों से दोबारा इस्तेमाल की रिवायत मौजूद है। आज यही रिवायत हमारे माहौल को बचाने में मददगार साबित हो सकती है।
ये हमारी कदीम रिवायत है कि हमेशा कपड़े के थैले इस्तेमाल किए होते थे। ये प्लास्टिक के थैलों से अच्छे हैं, दोबारा इस्तेमाल भी हो सकते हैं, माहौल दोस्त भी हैं, और हमारे घर में अब भी कपड़े के थैले इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं रोजमर्रा की अशिया बाजार से लाने के लिए।
मैं शुरू से देखती आ रही हूँ, हमारे घर में भी मोस्टली हम मट्टी के बर्तन पहले यूज किया करते थे या फिर चीनी के बर्तन, लेकिन जैसे जैसे जमाना एडवांसमेंट की तरफ जाता जा रहा है, हमने प्लास्टिक के बर्तन यूज करना शुरू कर दिए, क्योंकि अगर किसी को कोई भी चीज पैक करके देनी हो तो हम प्लास्टिक के बर्तन यूज करते हैं। तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक मेजर फैक्टर है जो कि माहौल की आलूगी में किरदार अदा करता है। तो हमें चाहिए कि हम अपनी फैमिली से स्टार्ट करें, अपने घर से चेंजेस लाना स्टार्ट करें और हम शीशे या फिर स्टील के बर्तनों की तरफ दोबारा शिफ्ट हो जाएं।
पहले तो साशों का कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं होता था, लोग शैम्पू और डिटर्जेंट सर्फ ये रिफिल करवाया करते होते थे, जिससे जो कि माहौलियाती फायदेमंद भी था और बहुत ज्यादा मतलब आलूदगी पे भी इतना इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ता था।
क्या आपने कभी सोचा आपके घर में आपके इर्द गिर्द कौन सी दोबारा इस्तेमाल की रिवायत मौजूद है? इनको अपनाएं, प्लास्टिक का इस्तेमाल कम करें और अपने माहौल को महफूज बनाएं। तो दोबारा इस्तेमाल की कदीम रिवायत को अपनाएं ताकि माहौल की हिफाजत भी हो सके और माहौलियाती आफात से भी निपटा जा सके।
If ever there were a country where the concept of zero waste makes good sense, it's most certainly Nepal. Here, in the midst of extensive poverty, people struggle through the misery of acute scarcity. Drinkable water is in short supply, and electricity, as well as fuels for cooking, heating, and transportation, are often simply not available. In the Kathmandu Valley, people suffer an environment contaminated by poor waste management and afflicted by dangerous levels of air pollution. Here, zero waste not only makes good environmental sense, it makes good economic sense too. Of course, in the midst of natural disasters and externally imposed hardships, zero waste has been an idea hard to implement in Nepal. Nevertheless, Healthcare Foundation Nepal, HECAF, with technical assistance from Healthcare Without Harm, is closing in on its implementation. No burn, reduce, reuse, recycle is the mantra of HECAF's healthcare waste management program. No burn and recycling are words that guide every step of its work plan. As an alternative to incineration, HECAF relies on the autoclave, biodigestion, and even worm composting to render potentially infectious materials safe for recycling or repurposing. Here's how they do it. HECAF works with housekeeping, nursing, and medical staff to create waste segregation systems appropriate for each individual hospital and institution. The fundamental idea is to segregate the waste at its source and separate it into recyclable categories as soon as possible within the waste collection stream. On hospital floors, patients and visitors are invited to separate their waste into paper, bottles and cans, other plastics, and biodegradable items. Meanwhile, hospital staff segregate additional categories of infectious and hazardous waste and keep this waste stream completely separate from general waste. Once at the waste collection center, waste is further segregated into various grades of paper, plastic, and rubber according to local recyclers' interests. Where items may have been contaminated by potentially infectious agents, the items are disinfected in an autoclave before recycling. Syringes are completely destroyed before recycling to first minimize the possibility of any sharps injury, but also to avoid any potential black market trading in reused syringes. In the case of glass containing dangerous chemotherapy chemicals, the containers are first neutralized with a 5% solution of sodium hydrochloride before washing and only then recycling the bottles. HECAF also use recycled glass bottles as building materials. Food waste is collected on floors and moved into a biodigester. The methane gas produced can be used for cooking or in some cases to run a generator supplementing the municipal electricity supply, which suffers frequent extensive power cuts. In some cases, pathological waste such as placenta can also be converted through the biodigestion process into biogas. Earthworms are used to convert soiled cotton and gauze bandages from surgical theaters, which have first been disinfected in an autoclave, into safe organic residue. Metals from destroyed syringe needles and vial ring enclosures are easily recycled. Rubber gloves are autoclaved and recycled. Even condoms, which have exceeded their use-by dates, can be recycled, often into tires. Paper is a very large component of the segregation system and is easily recycled. For some waste that currently cannot be recycled, such as snack food packaging, HECAF can use these items in physical therapy for burn victims. The handicrafts produced generate a small revenue stream. HECAF is a member of the Global Alliance for Incineration Alternatives and has long campaigned to eliminate incineration and landfill solutions to waste management. In July 2015, HECAF and his partners took great pleasure in the removal of the incinerator at Kathmandu Medical College and its replacement with a complete no-burn, 3R solution to healthcare waste management. At current rates of recycling, HECAF estimates that something in the range of 80% of all hospital waste is now recycled or reused. Moving toward the goals of no burn and zero waste are ideas that not only appeal to Nepalis, they might very well be decisive in preserving Nepali way of life.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Sumana, and I'll be hosting this session, which is about some trivia. So, uh, if you need a break, jump up, stand up, stretch, do whatever keeps you active and moving and awake, because we'll need to put on our thinking caps for this and be ready for some interesting questions. So, as I said, this is our zero waste trivia break where you can test how much you've been listening and absorbing all the information which has been coming your way in the last few hours. And with that, let's jump into the trivia questions. The first question will be up on your screen, and it is where and when was the first celebration of the Zero Waste Month? So the country and the year. So go for it. Send us your answers. Don't feel shy. Give it your best shot, and we'll see how close we get. I'm sure many of you know the answer. Just giving people time to put their answers on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're watching this. Put on your thinking caps and figure out which country and in which year was the first Zero Waste Month celebrated. A little hint, maybe, was about, well, roughly about a decade ago, maybe, give or take, if that helps narrow it down. Okay, let's jump in and have the answers. It was in 2015 in the Philippines after they had the presidential proclamation 760, which was put out on May 5th, 2014. And then the next year in 2015, the first Zero Waste Month was celebrated. So there's that. And apologies for that little spelling error on the proclamation. All right. And then let's move on to the next question. So when was the refuse single-use day celebrated annually? So which day is it celebrated? The refuse single-use day. The actual date, which day of the year is it celebrated? Again, hint, it's very early in the year, very, very early in the year. You might have seen it recently on the social media and other channels where various events were celebrated and there were hashtags on refuse single use. Should give you a hint. Very early in the year. And the answer is January. Can we go to the next one? January 6th. Yep, January 6th of every year. That's your refuse single-use day every year. So really every day of the year should be a refuse single-use day, right? All right, the next question. The International Zero Waste Month 2026 celebrates 5 themes, one for each week. We're currently on the last week. What is the theme that we are celebrating this week? So 5 themes for the International Zero Waste Month. Every week the theme changes. What is the theme for this week, the last week of the month? Seeing some answers pop up there. Let's see what else people have for us in terms of answers. Obviously, something to do with zero waste. So, what is the theme? And the answer for this week's theme is, we have that up, humans of zero waste. Yep, drum roll. So this is the week we hear about people involved in the zero waste system, their stories, and learn and get inspired by them. All right, and then the next question. So which week of the International Zero Waste Month focuses on exposing misleading approaches like incineration and plastic credits? So which week is that? Is that week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, or week 5? Which week? And what is that? What is the title of that theme? When we say exposing misleading approaches, there's a title for that theme. Obviously not this week, because we just figured out that we're doing humans of zero waste this week. So is it week 1, 2, or 3, or 4? All right. Seeing a bunch of answers in the chat. That's great. And the answer is week 4, Fall Solutions Week. I'm sure most of you got that right? Okay. And then on to the next one. We're all on a roll here. When was the Zero Waste Cities Network launched? The month and the year when the Zero Waste Cities Network was launched. Put on your thinking caps again. How old is the Zero Waste Cities Network? Month and year. Okay. Lots of knowledgeable people out there. Great. This is brilliant. Awesome. And the answer is January 2023 during the International Zero Waste Cities Conference in Manila. So a fairly young network, but growing and doing great stuff. So, and then the next question, which is also about the network or connected to the network, alongside the launch of the Zero Waste Cities Network, there was a pledge which was launched on the same day. What pledge was that? Has to do something with emissions, maybe? Pledge of support. Yeah, you could have different kinds of pledges. What kind of pledge was this? The hint is think emissions. Give a few more seconds for people to figure that one out. And the answer is, yep, I see some people have got that right. It's the Methane Pledge, which was launched on the same day. The idea is for cities to sign up. So cities sign up to the Methane Pledge and put targets to cut down their methane emissions from waste, and hopefully implement a plan which will get them to that goal. All right. And we have, I think that sort of brings us to the end of our trivia round. So most people were getting that, so that's great. Clearly, people have been absorbing a lot, really knowledgeable folks out there, which is great to see. So thank you so much for participating in this. Big shout out to all the active participants. Thank you so much for joining us.
my god. All right, everyone. Welcome to round 2 of our trivia. But this time, let's make it more visual.
That's right. We're calling this Guess the Photo, Zero Waste Edition. We'll flash an image on your screen and your job is simple. Type your guess in the chat as fast as you can.
But no pressure. But yes, there will be bragging rights. So are you all ready?
Chat, are we all ready? If you're ready, give us a happy emoji, a smiling emoji.
Okay, so first image coming right up. So can you look closely?
All right, so this should feel very familiar. You've seen this everywhere over the past month.
Yeah, so basically all our posts have this. All our celebrations, all Zero Waste Month related posts. So what could it be? Quickly drop your answers in the chat.
We have some answers on the chat.
Keep them coming.
Someone answered Zero Waste Academy. Is that the right answer?
Are you sure?
Come on, folks. Not sure.
We know you can do better than that. Yeah, this is the only photo that we're using, or logo that we're using for any Zero Waste Month related post. So you should know it. All right. We have some answers.
No, it's not Zero Waste Asia. What could it be? IZWM.
Is it IZWM? Is it? All right, drum rolls, please, before we surface the logo. And it's Zero Waste Month. Thank you, it's IZWM. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go to the next one.
All right. What's the next logo? All right. What could this be?
Anyone who joined the January 6th campaign should know this. So just a bit of clue, this happens every January and it's all about refusing disposable products. All right, someone said Starbucks. No.
Definitely not. If you know, you know. Chat, what do we have?
All right, someone placed RSUD, refuse single-use day. Could it be? What do you think, RM?
I'm not quite sure. It's really blurred, so I can't really tell.
Are you sure? You're being too humble.
Can we get a drum roll for this one?
Right, go. In 3, 2, 1. Yes, it's the review single-use day. Thank you all to those who answered. All right, off to the next image.
Right. So for this one, if you were tuned in during the Sisters Networks segment, this should actually be sort of similar or familiar, actually.
Yeah, okay, so let's drop another clue. So if you've heard the sister networks, this network brings together the local government officials and different zero waste advocates to push sustainable waste management nationwide. So what could it be? Any thoughts?
Come on, you got this, chat. We have an answer on the comments.
Oh, okay. We have a competitive one. Let's see. So maybe drop another hint, RM.
All right. You might remember Kate representing this a while ago. So someone answered Zero Waste Cities Network, Trish. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. What do you think?
Let's have another drum roll.
Okay.
Will?
In 3, 2, 1. Yes! This is the Zero Waste Cities Network.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you to our loyal student. And also appreciate all the answers in the chat. So keep them coming.
Yes, definitely. All right, next up, we have another logo. All right, so this one's pretty obscure for me.
Yeah.
But I'm confident you'll get this. This is a very famous activity that we have, or program that we have.
So if you're tuned in, if you watched the Sister Network segment earlier, this should really ring a bell. Yeah, maybe we can drop another clue or...
Yes, similar clue. This was also, this is about learning, skills building, and networking. Come on, guys.
Okay, maybe one last clue. So it's an educational program that was initiated by Mother Earth Foundation in collaboration with Gaia. Okay, come on guys, drop those answers.
Yeah, I think we have some answers coming.
All right, so do we have more competitors? Or should we start revealing? What do you think?
Yeah, we have two who answered Zero Waste Academy. Let's see. What is this logo?
Yeah, Zero Waste Academy!
Yeah, come on.
Thank you all. Thank you for great answers. Yes, Academy. So close.
All right. We have more. All right, this is another logo. And would you like to give them a clue, Trish?
Yeah, sure. So here's another clue. This is more than a decade-old national coalition in India, bringing in together organizations working with waste pickers and informal waste collectors. So what could it be? Anyone from India who might know this? Or from South Asia or from the region?
Yes, and they came together to make sure waste pickers are included in national level programs. on, you got this, Chad.
Yeah, give us your best shot. Oh, we have IAWP, International Alliance of Waste Pickers.
Right. Let's see. Is that a correct answer?
Okay, another drum roll, please. In 3, 2, yes!
Yeah.
You're correct, Aliasman. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Please keep those answers coming. Okay, we have more logos coming right up. All right, here's the next image.
Let's give them another clue, I think. This alliance was founded in 2010 during a meeting that brought together mountain communities from 7 countries, including India, Nepal, and Bhutan.
Yeah, that should give you a real good clue. Or maybe just to add to that, they came together to respond to threats facing the Himalayan region, from climate change to unsustainable waste practices. So people should know this, or anyone from the network should know this.
A part of the logo was actually already shared by Trish.
Yeah, maybe just another giveaway. It says zero waste and what's that sub-region that includes India, Nepal, Bhutan. Any creative guesses? Anyone in the chat? Oh, okay. So one said it's zero waste Himalaya.
Let's
That
see.
makes sense.
Let's see what the logo is.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. Yes! Thank you, Robbie. Thanks for joining us. And you're correct, zero waste Himalaya.
We have another one. All right. Would you like to give another clue, Trish?
All right, so this is the leading zero waste alliance in Indonesia, made up of 9 member organizations. So our friends from Indonesia should know this. So anyone from Indonesia in the chat who wants to answer?
Yes, and they came together around one shared vision, truly zero waste future for their country in Indonesia. So come on, guys. You got this.
You can either say their English name or their local name. Either way. So here's another hint. Their name also comes in zero waste. Then zero waste what? If let's say they came from Indonesia.
We have a guess.
All right, so we have a guest. Okay. AZWI or Aliansi Zero Waste Indonesia? Yeah, that could be it. What do you think, RM?
Maybe. Let's see. Let's try and unveil the logo.
All right. Again, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're correct.
Go, Tony.
AZWI or Aliansi Zero Waste Indonesia.
All right, next logo.
Okay, so basically this is similar to the previous logos. This is also an alliance that was launched back in 2017, bringing together different groups from different parts of Vietnam.
And they're all working to improve solid waste management and environmental protection. Close.
Yeah, almost there. Almost there, getting warmer. So another clue, there's a zero waste in their name. And they're from Vietnam. So any takers? All right. So what do you think, RM? One said it's Vietnam Zero Waste Alliance, ZWA, VZWA.
Looks like a good guess to me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, okay. I believe you. So let's go. 1, 2. Vietnam Zero Waste Alliance. Yes! Congratulations. We'll just send you our virtual prizes. All right, so I think this is the last one.
Yes, and the last one. Would you like to give another clue? Krish?
All right, okay. So for the last one, again, another clue. This one's a national network in the Philippines, working for sustainable solutions to waste and chemical issues.
Yes, and if you've been around the zero waste movement for a while, this logo is classic.
Yeah, especially a zero waste movement in the Philippines.
Exactly.
All right, so we have Eco Waste Coalition.
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, let's do the unveiling. Oh, congratulations! We'll send you more virtual hugs then.
All right, that was fun and honestly very impressive.
Well, this just shows how strong and connected the zero waste movement is across countries and regions.
All right, everyone. Thank you for playing along.
And now, we're getting into one of the most meaningful parts of today's program.
Yes, so yeah.
Yeah, so stay with us, and because we're getting more films, so prepare your popcorn, your tea, your coffee, or whichever beverage that you're most comfortable with. And yeah, we'll see you there.
All right, see you there.
Bye! Thank you again for joining. Drum roll! you.